There are members in the Senate caucus, both sides of the aisle, that do not like the bill.
He's lobbying against the stadium deal for Arlington Heights, saying Chicago's economy benefits the entire state. Democrats are holding on to control of the Michigan State Senate after winning a key special election. Black Democrat Chedrick Green defeated Republican Jason Tunney in a closely watched swing district, preserving the party's narrow majority ahead of the midterms. And John legend Janelle Monáe and Parliament Funkadelic will headline the first ever Los Angeles Jazz Festival. The 17-day event runs across multiple LA venues this August, with organizers expecting massive crowds. More artists will be announced, and tickets are on sale now. Get BIN News now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Then hear us on WBOK1230.com.
Yo, turn it up. It's Gerod on the air, spitting truth in the booth. We ain't going nowhere. New Orleans City got us hard in the beat, but corruption creeping in, gotta take back the street. But corruption creeping in, gotta take back the street. From the French Quarter vibes to the Ninth Ward grind, he's the voice of the people, yo, he's one of a kind. Talking about the struggle, the hustle, the pain, but with each word he drops, he's bringing power to the game. Gerard on the radio, calling out the lies, bringing light to the dark, keeping hope in our eyes. He's the voice of the people, making changes unfold. In the city of NOLA, we're reclaiming our soul. Try to silence the truth, but he's loud and clear. From the bayou to the block, everyone can hear. Got the people united, it's a movement, no doubt. With his mic in hand, he's breaking all the clout. City eat the official scheming, yeah, they playing it slick. But Gerard's on the line and he's ready to kick. For the schools and the streets, he's fighting the fight. With a heart full of passion, he's igniting the night. Gerard on the radio, calling out the lies, bringing light to the dark, keeping hope in our eyes. He's the voice of the people, making changes unfold. In the city of NOLA, we're reclaiming our soul. From the jazz in the streets to the gumbo pot, he's the pulse of the city, giving all he's got. Together we rise, united we stand. With Gerard on the radio, we're taking back our land. So tune in, y'all, let the truth resonate. With Gerard on the mic, we're rewriting our fate. In New Orleans, the power is ours to embrace. Keep it real, keep it loud, let's uplift this place. In the streets to the gumbo pot, he's the pulse of the city, giving all he's got. Together we rise, united we stand. With Gerard on the radio, we're taking back our land. So tune in, y'all, let the truth resonate. With Gerard on the mic, we're rewriting our fate. In New Orleans, the power is ours to embrace. Keep it real, keep it loud, let's uplift this place. Gerard on the radio, calling out the lies, bringing light to the dark, keeping hope in our eyes. He's the voice of the people, making changes unfold. In the city of NOLA, we're reclaiming our soul. Yeah, tuning out, let the truth resonate. With Gerard on the mic, we're rewriting our fate. In New Orleans, the power is ours to embrace. Keep it real, keep it loud, let's uplift this place. Gerard on the radio, calling out the lies, bringing light to the dark, keeping hope in our eyes. He's the voice of the people, making changes unfold. In the city of NOLA, we're reclaiming our soul.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, I'm taking it over. Because Gerard is outside and scared to come inside. Talking about he's going to melt. I told y'all that boy got sugar in his tank. He got that diabetes. I know he's listening. He's about to flip out his wick. Taking over the reality check. It's the wick check. That's right. And we're going to talk about anything we want to talk about. Oh, dang, you just walked in. So much for that. So much for that. I thought I was going to get away with it.
Did you call it the wick check?
The wick check. That's right.
Oh, Lord.
Uh-huh.
Boy, it's so bad out there.
How bad is it?
It's bad. It is bad.
Bad?
Who's bad? That's how bad is Michael bad.
That's bad.
Ooh, man, it's coming down. I've been sitting on Claiborne for about 15, 20 minutes. They got one part of the street blocked off, which didn't help none because everybody's moving very slow. Very, 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 very slow. So is it in there?
Huh?
It's in there?
Yeah, it's in there. I'm trying to get it out, but I can't get it out.
Wait, we'll get it out.
Oh, wait. Hold up. You moved over? I got it.
Oh,
Can't do
man.
no false advertising.
I got to get all my folks in Baton Rouge today and anybody that went up there to call me.
Man, I've been seeing it all over Facebook.
They having
Ooh.
they having some issues in the legislature. People went up there to challenge them on that vote for that redistricting.
Right.
And they cutting up.
Cutting
up. Mm-hmm.
Spell that.
Cutting? I don't know.
Up.
Cutting up. Mm-hmm.
O-U-U-P.
O-U-P-P.
There you go.
Cutting up. They cutting up. Them people ain't having it. And that should be an indicator to all those legislators that these people pissed.
Oh, they're fed up. They are fed up.
And I just got to the point where, my phone's jumping off the hook from folks up in Baton Rouge. They like, bruh. It's a fight out here. I'm like, what?
There was a fight?
A couple of them.
What?
Yeah.
Don't tell me some of the maggots went up there and decided they want to confront these people.
No. We went up there and confront them people.
No, I'm talking about the maggots want to come and confront our people. That's
No.
what I was talking about.
We went up there and confronted them. Yeah. Won't no MAGAs confronting nobody. We was confronting them. It's enough people up there, from what I'm hearing, that they have at least 3 or 4 overflow rooms. So that's why I'm trying to get the folks that are there to call in. I didn't text a couple of state legislatures. I'm gonna see, can I get them to call in to talk to us about what's happening. I'm glad that y'all went up there. I'm glad that we standing. I'm glad that.
So I had to answer the phone. You were saying that our people went and confronted their people.
Yeah.
They did January 6th on them.
Did we do January 6th on?
Yeah.
Not that bad. No.
Oh, we ain't whooping that bad?
No.
Okay.
But it's been a couple of incidents.
Hmm.
So I'm glad.
Yeah. I mean,
It's letting them know that we're not going to take this line
it's
down.
actually across the nation because I belong to this group.
Did you see what happened in Tennessee?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I belong to this group in Facebook, and I posted, I keep posting what's going on here, and people are saying, man, I wish we could live there so we could come and vote against, get them out of there.
Mm-hmm.
He said, these people are ridiculous.
Well, I know that what we got right now is a good group of folks that are there, and they're not having it. They're not going to do the vote today. I know that. They're saying they're going to have to move it to next week, which, next week is Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So they might as well just say we're gonna wait till Monday. But they're not saying it that way. Ryan.
Hey, yo.
What's going on?
What's happening? My used to be neighbor.
Your used to be neighbor is wet. It's storming outside.
Well, yeah, but it's cool. It's cool.
How you doing, bro?
I'm okay, man. I'm okay. How are y'all?
We good. We good.
I mess with Rick a little bit. Normally he know when I call, but
Well, he's a little senile these days, so he'll be all right.
CRS. I keep telling you, CRS.
That's senile for you. You don't have no CRS.
how old is Rick now? I don't even know.
He a grandpa.
I'm 58.
You 58?
58.
Yeah, 58.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Cool.
So everybody old.
He's still my senior.
Huh?
He's still my senior.
Oh, is he?
Well, I don't know. Sometimes.
Say, Brad, how old are you now? You try not to tell it.
Who you talking to? Me?
Uh-huh.
Shit. I think. Oh, pardon. I made 45 on the 22nd of April. Also, Earth Day. I don't know for some of y'all that don't know that.
You made 45.
Yep.
Right. You 45 for real?
Yeah, that's all
yeah,
dice in the game.
you paused twice.
Lies.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he paused twice when he said, uh-huh, yeah, no, mm-mm.
So is it truth or no?
No, it's not.
I mean, okay, let's not get caught up in the day to day.
All right. What you got for me?
Well, I spoke to a dear friend of mine that I've been knowing for about half my life. She was trained in the military.
Uh-huh.
She's a journalist by contract, but she does media for a couple big companies around the country. And she's not too happy either now with the state of affairs.
We got so much stuff going on in Louisiana right now. I'm like, are we going to bring back slavery next? Is somebody going to put that in the legislature?
No, we're just going to bring in some bigger guns, I believe.
Because, there's now a bill that they're going to put in or try to put in that says that you can ship people guns by U.S. mail. Now, I don't see that as a big
people
problem.
That don't know how to use them?
Huh?
You talking about people, they can ship it to people that don't know how to use them?
Yes, absolutely.
Interesting.
So they're getting ready to introduce that bill probably in the next week or two. They're also getting ready to introduce the bill that's going to, if I'm not mistaken, I got to look it up again, that's going to make folks really frown because your governor wants to be able to control.
My governor?
Yeah, your governor. Mm-hmm.
What?
He wants to be able to control.
Did Rick just sign off on you telling me that I have a governor?
He wants to be able to control who's sitting in the judgeships and who's the DA and any person that's in an elected office. If he thinks that they're doing malfeasance or he don't think that they're doing their job, that he would have the authority to remove them and replace them with somebody that he wants.
Let him have it.
Let him have it?
Like they say. You have to see the special man for that.
Well, they're going to put it on a bill. And it's going to go, and it's going to go into...
And wait. Put it on the bill. Fine. Okay. That sounds funny. Because what it's going to do is create such a awakening that no one can stop a tidal wave. No bill, no governor, nobody can stop a tidal wave.
So let me ask you, Ryan. Do you think that we have a tidal wave coming now?
Well, I mean, if not, we're in trouble.
I wish I could say you're absolutely right, because I'm hoping that it's a tidal wave. But then again, when election day come around,
I know.
We don't know. We don't know until afterwards.
I know.
But something's got to turn, so we'll see.
The pendulum always shifts, sir. And there's only so much crap that the human population will take before they start. I mean, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Like you said, somebody said yesterday or this morning, or somebody said it's gonna hurt a lot, but when the pendulum starts to shift, no one can stop it.
Yeah.
And all they doing with all these little penny ante
Crap.
bills and crap. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm preaching to the choir here, but I'm gonna listen to the rest of your justice. Thank you, sir.
Cool. Good to talk to you, my used to be neighbor.
My used to be neighbor.
I'll talk to you soon, bro. Have a good weekend.
Peace, boy.
All right.
Appreciate you.
I got something for you. I got a message.
Oh, Lord.
You want me to tell you who it's from?
Who?
Troy.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What Troy said?
Troy said, I like the intro song.
Oh, Lord. Dang, Purple, you sold me out. I know you're looking at the radio laughing right now. You sold me out, Purple.
Yep, he said he liked the song.
You sold me out.
Nah, you the only one. You don't know a hit when you hear it, bruh. What's up? Come on.
Oh, AI generic popcorn sound.
You said it. You said it yesterday.
I sang it yesterday because I'm in a good mood, and I was singing today because I was in a good mood.
Mm-hmm.
But Troy just messed it up for
He
me.
messed it up for you? That's all right. It was good. It was good. Thank you, Troy. Nah. So I'm texting because what time did I tell you I was at? I was sitting in the car outside the building.
Oh, man, that was like
That was
quarter
about
to
30
4?
minutes ago. At least about 30 minutes ago.
So I'm texting quarter to 4.
Huh?
It was at least quarter to 4.
Yeah. So I'm texting all of the folks. I'm getting call after call after call from folks saying, bro, it's going down in Baton Rouge. It's going down in Baton Rouge.
They're not talking about the rain.
No, they talking about what's happening at the legislature.
Yeah,
they said they got people. And I got to tell you, this been going on all morning, right?
Right.
So I'm going on everybody's website. I'm trying to get all the information. I was a little perplexed. There weren't a whole bunch of folks that were talking about this on their website, news stations. You would think that would be breaking news.
Oh, you know they're not going to have this breaking news here. You know that.
So there was something else that made breaking news, though. Your city council folks are pitching to do a special election for clerk of court.
What?
I was like, oh.
What you say now?
Oh.
That's pure outright defiance, and I love it.
Now, well, it ain't. It really ain't. It's not, because it's not the same clerk of court. It's the clerk of court we already have.
Right.
Who is Chelsea Napoleon.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're saying that you need to put together an election for her office. She done already went through the election process. So you want her to do another process of election, and anybody can run against her. If that's the case, you know who's going to run against her?
Of course.
Calvin.
Yep. So would we consider this to be shiesty?
I would, for one reason. I like both of them. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
I've known Chelsea Napoleon longer, of course. But is it fair? And I'm going to tell you why I say is it fair. And anybody can call in and say, gee, you wrong on this one or whatever. You can call me and tell me. This is my comparison, okay? Don't nobody get offended. This is Susan Hudson and Michelle Woodfork all over again.
You nailed it. You nailed it with that. That's
Everybody wanted to see the local young lady, who was Michelle Woodfork, get the superintendent of police. And then when Mayor Cantrell picked somebody else, everybody had that, it was the sympathy vote that got Michelle 57%. Not all of it. She was qualified. But we saw what happened to Calvin.
Yeah, that was.
And all of us are saying, oh, that blankety blank ain't fair. Oh, he should be able to take his office. Oh, he should be the clerk of court for blah, 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 blah. Well, Kelsey Napoleon won her election outright. She was thrown into this position. She didn't say, oh, I'll take both of them.
Mm-mm.
They said she going to take both of them, and that's it. And they ain't giving no more money.
Because the way she said it on news the other day, it's going to take quite a bit of time to get all this organized.
Yes. So now you got the mayor, Helena Moreno, and Mr. Red Bottoms.
I hadn't heard that in a minute. I'm sorry.
And the DA asking for a special election for who is going to be the person that is the clerk of court. Well, if I'm Kelsey Napoleon,
I wouldn't be very happy.
no, I wouldn't be very happy because I spent all that money. I did all that time campaigning. I had to follow all the rules. I had to raise my money to win my seat.
Can she make it into a legal matter?
I don't know. Now, don't let me get it twisted because I don't want nobody to say, oh, you sound like you for Kelsey instead of being for Calvin. You know what? Kick rocks with that. I'm telling you what's fair.
Yeah.
And if you see it wrong, cool. Say your piece. But I'm saying if it was you, would you won't have to go through that?
You know, people are always looking for some kind of dismay in any little thing that goes on. You know that. It has to be some kind of drama, and they're not happy unless there's drama.
But if, let's say you were Kelsey Napoleon, would you want to have to go through that?
No. That means more money out of my pocket in a race that I won fair and square.
So, in all honesty, if she wants that seat, what she's going to have to do more than likely is have to run again.
That's what I say, more money out of the pocket.
Yep.
So all that money that she spent on her campaign was for naught.
Yep. Because now you got your own people, not the governor, not the legislature, your own people, the district attorney, the mayor, along with the city council, saying that, oh, we need to have a special election. What y'all think? 504-582-9422.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't blame her if she'd be looking side-eyed at him.
Side-eye is a good way to say it. It's a good way to say it.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed to the highest of pistivity. More coming up, folks. Everybody hold on.
City Park is where to go when you don't know where to go. Turn towards the city center and start walking. Before long, you'll end up where you belong, at the heart of the city, New Orleans City Park. Stroll along the reeded marsh, wander through the sculpture garden, rest and recharge beneath ancient oak trees. This is where your spirit goes to grow. It's in our nature to yearn for nature. NewOrleansCityPark.org, heart of the city.
A careless driver can change your life in an instant. Do you know what to do or who to call? If you've been injured in a motor vehicle accident and do not have an attorney, call Auto Accident Help Desk for a free consultation. We can answer all of your questions and estimate the potential value of your case. Call Auto Accident Help Desk and connect with an expert personal injury attorney.
Call 800-269-4524. 800-269-4524.
Don't worry how to handle your medical bills, lost wages, and pain. We will get you the money you deserve.
They got me way more than the insurance company offered.
The consultation is free, and you do not pay any legal fees unless we win or settle your case. Make the smart call. If you've been injured in an auto accident, call Auto Accident Help Desk for a free legal consultation.
Call 800-269-4524. 800-269-4524. 800-269-4524.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks. And welcome back. He's on the phone again. I had to say hello to Miss T. I'm going to just leave it at that. I'm going to just call her Miss T. Because she's going to be like, I'm going to beat his butt. She can beat me up, too. I'll tell you who it was later.
Okay.
Because you just have that look on your face.
I was trying to
I can't hear you.
You know, I know too many people that can beat you up, so.
Don't get it twisted, bro. Don't get it twisted.
Don't let the light skin fool you.
Don't let the light skin fool you. But this one right here, that was on the phone, she can beat me up.
Okay.
She can. Mm-hmm.
I was getting ready to say, man, your phone doesn't ever stop.
No, it does not. And this morning, I was a little surprised. Not that I don't have faith in my people, but I didn't expect the turnout that we had this morning in Baton Rouge. Did you?
I didn't know what the turnout was going to be, but I'm pleasantly surprised because you're saying that you don't have faith in our people. Sometimes they give you reasons to doubt because a lot of times they don't step up when they're supposed to. But this right here is renewing faith that, hey, maybe our people really do care.
Now, I'm putting a report in your message. I just put a report in. I want you to play that. This came from the news station in Baton Rouge. But I'm wondering, where are we? Why aren't we? Do we have our television stations there? Maybe I need to go back and take another look, and they need to work on getting. I think that weather thing's got everybody backed up. But you would think that would be all over everybody's news.
Selective news down here. That's what the problem is. Everything is selective. If it's not about New Orleans East and the shooting, they don't want to broadcast it.
Oh, Lord, I should have known.
You should know I get started with that.
Yeah, I should have known that was coming.
I got you on audio.
You got no one?
Yeah.
What else happened in New Orleans East?
No, I'm talking about have your audio.
You got it?
Yeah.
All right, go for it.
What else is happening? Let's not go there.
Go ahead.
They built this state. They built the wealth of this state and this country. And we're not just going to take it silently. The people are here. The people are standing up. We have the blueprint. We push rights. And we're going to make this happen.
You can't be there. Shut it down.
Shut it down. Shut it all the way down. Shut it all the way down. Shut it all the way down. Right.
Protesters have taken to the Capitol Hall. As you can see here, it is just an absolutely packed room. There are at least 3 committee rooms that are filled just for overflow, with the room that I'm in, the testimony room, completely packed. Here you can see just swarms of people crying, shut it down, stop this redistricting effort. And inside they're hearing right now the Democrats' position or proposal, which still retains the 2 majority black districts. Lawmakers on the other side have other options, looking to axe both districts or just retain one. And we're going to hear all that today, but there will not be a vote until next week.
They built this state. They built the wealth of this state and this country. And we're not just going
all right. Chuck, what's going on with you?
Good evening to you. Yeah, it's a pure mess. You know what? You all need to build a special house down there for Jay Morris just for punishment after what he did. I just saw it on Rubio Garcia's Facebook page of what he and Gary Carter were going. I bet Gary wanted to take a nice swing at him.
Yeah, Gary's ready to fight.
Oh, he was ready to fight. It cut his microphone off, and then he gonna go and Jay Morris had the nerve to say yo, shut up, boy. I said, wait a minute here. I said, you about to get yourself into it.
Maybe he called him boy.
Yeah, that's what was said on. That's what was said on the. That's all what was said. So he was yelling. He was frowning. You know, he's a redneck. I've already told you all that. My dad can give you a story about him too. Oh, he's horrible. And I wasn't surprised some of that old West Monroe, Louisiana redneck mentality that came out in him today down in Baton Rouge.
Uh-huh.
Oh yes.
And he sat at the desk like nothing happened. Nothing wrong.
Yeah, shut up. Yeah, he was yelling at, I think, Rubio Garcia and some of the others were sitting there and told the guy, shut up, boy. I saw one of them in there, one black guy in there. He he wanted to go at him. I said, y'all need to build a special house in New Orleans for him for a reason, not for pleasure, to make him miserable.
But I think though that what has
Yeah.
to be done, and this is a conversation that needs to be had.
Yeah.
Is that he needs to feel some pain too. Not
Oh, yes, he
not a
does.
threat. That's not a threat because they'll send somebody to come down here to arrest you saying you were on the air threatening him. But I do believe that something in his district needs to be taken from him.
It does.
And
It does.
if it's not, then I think that we're letting them win.
Exactly. And also, I'm gonna tell you this. And then I just got finished talking about this. You know what happened? Some of I think about a person in our district, Katrina Jackson Andrews. I'm putting her name out there.
Where is she?
She's around here, and Mara, she's an attorney, and she's around here. Where is she? That's a great question. And she go up there. She want to get in a line of stuff with these people like Jake Morris and many others here in this area. They all get together, and she always talking about how she's anti-abortion and all these other things. She kind of align themselves with those type things. She and I see her. She and I are cordial with each other, but we're not buddies. These people in this district, I can tell you about it. Gerod and Wick, they in the kind of district they go in. She's been going in state senator unopposed, and going down to Baton Rouge, and they always say, "Oh yeah, I remember her as a little girl. Yeah, we go to. She grew up in the church I went to. I went there. She's an AK. She's my mother's sorority sister. She's an AK, and Susan Bagneris is sorority sister. They use that say she's her being a sorority or anything. They use that go and vote on things like that and do a lot of photo ops and just seeing a lot of. But now I think it's waking up. I look at the young man in Tennessee, Justin Pearson.
Yeah.
Him, that state trooper. Oh man.
Did you see when he looked at his face and said, "Boy"?
Oh yeah. I saw it. It was some throwback there, and I
called him a boy. I was like, that big old trooper gonna be just standing there when he looked at him and called him a boy.
Yeah, and what happened is getting heated, and I was looking at Reverend Al Sharpton on MSNBC. It's a throwback. It's throwback to those times. Like I tell you about, I'm gonna land on this one. In 1965, I tell you about what happened here in Monroe. Monroe people kind of. What happened when Dr. Martin King came here? That was before the Montgomery to Selma March out at Monroe Regional Airport. Dr. John Reddick, he's a known dentist around here. He and his wife, Frances Reddick, she was an educator. They were both in the civil rights, but they were friends with Martin Luther King. They're the ones inviting him here. And what happened, our mayor, Jack Howard, who was sending these black so-called leaders out to the airport, and he was coming out the plane, and they talked to him, told him that we're okay here. They told me they integrated things. It was about voter rights, and man, Dr. Reddick was fuming. They say he was fuming like everything when he found what they had done. And what happened? Dr. King went on to Shreveport with no problem. He spoke at an NAACP event, 65. It was before the Montgomery Selma March that same year. Mm-hmm. And this is the kind of history that Monroe has. I want to let you all know that.
Do you feel though, Chuck? And I'm gonna ask everybody this so they can call in and
Sure.
Do you feel like we're in a position right now that we're going backwards instead of going forward?
I think so. I think we're going back. There's some progress been made, but what happened? People got too comfortable, and that's what happened. We've been talking about it. People get too comfortable. Saying, "Oh yeah, we have these things now." Like I said, that generation, the civil rights generation, many of them have transitioned from this life. My father's in civil rights, and I told him, I say, transition from this life. His dad is still, he's going on 83 years old. Mm. But what happened, the children and other people, my generation, those in the 60s or whatever, didn't keep things going. And then things just started going. It never went away. And I think the younger generation kind of had to work on the younger generation, see if they, I think there are some of that younger generation that'll be more vibrant about things, and we will wait and see to see what's going to occur in this situation, because this is where we are. We, like I said, those who forget the past are doomed to repeat it.
I'm just to the point now. It's like one thing after the other, and all of it is against black and brown people.
That's what I said. The main one, and That's why I say, and some of these people, like all these photo ops they're doing, Dad was telling me, I said, a lot of them, they're not even registered for. I said, Dad, you know what? Some of these politicians, they need to, why they're doing photo ops and everything else. They need to get out there among the people and make sure they get these people, make sure they're registered to vote. That's what's happening. They're doing photo ops, and then you go out there and try to call them, and they act like they don't want to be bothered. Look at what has occurred.
Well, I'm trying my best to get everybody to call in because I know there's a lot of folks from New Orleans that are up there. You told me one, two that I looked at. I saw Ruby Garcia.
Yeah.
Sitting on the front row. So I'm texting her right now saying, step out, and call me on your cell phone. Tell me what's going on. Because
that's how I found out. That's how I saw Jay Morris clowning. And Dad, I should just showed it to Dad. I showed the video to him, and Dad said, he said, hey, it would take us back to the 19th. My father was in the civil rights movement during the time. Zelma Weiss was the civil rights leader there in Tallulah, Louisiana. He passed on. He was a friend of Martin Luther King.
Okay.
He was first black police chief in Tallulah, and he was first black mayor of Tallulah, and he was very involved in the civil rights movement.
Well, what you think is going to come out of this?
I think it's going to be a kind of I say we know. I don't think we'd be back in chains, but I think it's kind of a wake up call to us that hey, look, these people are still around. Like I told Dr. Shepard when she was on your show that hey, it's in the lineage. This stuff. This is taught behavior that's going on. I don't think these people have forgotten.
Nah, I wonder why all of a sudden this is coming back. I think that there's going to be more.
That man in the White House?
And I think that it has something to do with Trump in the White House.
I just said that the man in the White House, that's what it has him do with that. He's stoking those fires and it's making people think, oh, yeah, I can do whatever I want to. It's getting that kind of thing built up in him. I see him like put the MAGA hats on. And the ones that are doing all these things, they're the ones that are benefiting from the things that he wanted to take away. The things that they say, oh, we don't want this and that, and he's taking away, and they're the ones who are benefiting from things that are being taken away. Yes, what happened is stoking those fires. Those people, and these people, like I said, the ones that are supporting him, he knows who to go to. The ignorant ones don't have two nickels to rub together.
And I got to tell you, I'm looking at Jay Morris and saying to myself, dude, straight racist, because not only is he introducing new bills, he actually drew two of those maps for the redistricting.
Yeah,
and he's having one of the districts removed, and then the other one he wants both of the black districts moved. Troy Carter's district and Cleo Fields' district.
And you know what? Morris, in Alexandria, I always thought he represent, in Rocky's period, I always thought he represent he doesn't represent the inner Alexandria area. He represents Pineville, Ball, that speed trap, that police speed trap, Pollock. Mm-hmm. If you remember, if you all know about Pollock, you come to like a funeral procession. Those are the districts that he represents. Yes.
Well, I'm loving the fact that Gary Carter is handling.
Oh yeah.
Gary Carter ain't taking no prisoners.
Yeah, Dad said that. Dad said the same thing about him when I showed the video to him.
Yeah. Well, guess who we got? We got Miss Garcia on the phone. So let me take this call, Chuck. I'll get back with you.
Okay, I wish the best for her. Tell her, say hello.
All right, brother. Thank you much.
Okay. All right. You have a great.
All right. Miss Garcia.
Sir, how are you doing?
There she is. There she is. I'm looking at these daggone clips they got all over Facebook, and I'm like, she on the front row.
Because I showed up early because what people don't realize, and I'm just going to say this out loud, when I was in law school, I spent a good many times sitting in these types of hearings, and when there's a bill that they know where people are going to show up, like we were going to do Pack the Capitol, what the administration likes to do is to send people there in order to take up the congressional hearing seats, like the room. They like to send in filler seats, people to go sit in the seats, so that way the people who are opposed to what they want, they will have to be only in the overflow room, so it looks like it's surrounded by people who are supporting. So I got there, the hearing wasn't until 9. I got there at 8 o'clock.
So I
made sure I filled out my comment cards and the like, and made sure I got a front row seat, and I was sitting next to Dangerous of the executive director of the Louisiana Democratic Party. That's who was sitting next to me.
So I was looking at some of the footage, and one piece of the footage where I saw everybody getting ready to jump Jay Morris, and I also saw you on the front row when you were getting ready to stand up. He wasn't talking to you, I don't think, but he said, "Y'all need to shut up, boy."
Yes. So he was talking to pretty much everybody in the front, but I thought he was talking to us, and I can't curse, but what I heard, he said it twice. He said, "Shut the F up," and then y'all need to shut up, boy. And at that point, I believe he was talking to Deidrius whenever he said that. He said it twice. He said, "Y'all need to shut the F up," and then say, "Y'all need to shut up, boy."
What is up with him?
Well, understanding Jay Morris is the same man who drafted he is the author of 3 of the 4 maps that were up there today.
Right.
One of them was a 6-0, which means there's no majority minority seats, and the other 2 were 5-1. But this is also Jay Morris, the very same man from Northeast Louisiana, who drafted the legislation to do away with Calvin Duncan's seat and the judges in New Orleans. Same man.
Mm-hmm. Now, I guess my question is, because I don't like to play fair, and I'm not going to be one of those who's going to sit up here and say, "Oh, we just need to, let him have what he wants, and we shall overcome." I'm not singing that song today. I'm like, what can we do to get at him? Because he is not. I just think he's carrying the governor's water.
I 100% firmly and fundamentally believe that this is all being carried out by Jeff Landry. Let's not forget, I'm the one that filed the lawsuit on Thursday, the very same day that he issued the executive order suspending my election and the election of every House seat. I'm the one that filed the lawsuit against Jeff Landry. And the main premise of that lawsuit was he premised his entire executive order based on an order from the Western District of Louisiana, except the fact that, one, in the order itself, it says pending the receipt of the final judgment from the Supreme Court. See, people who don't know how the Supreme Court works, there's a 25 to 32-day window to apply for a rehearing, for the parties to apply to the court for a rehearing before a final judgment is issued, and then it's sent back to the court. So when that Western District of Louisiana issued that order on Thursday, that was the predicate for Jeff Landry to sit there and declare a state of emergency via Nancy Landry and the like. That Western District of Louisiana that said there was an injunction and they had to undo the maps. The Western District didn't order Jeff Landry to suspend elections.
Right.
They admitted in their order that they didn't have their final judgment. Therefore, my entire argument was that state of emergency, A, they don't even have the jurisdiction to follow along that because they admit that they don't have a final judgment yet because you're still in the window for rehearing. And B, even according to revised statutes, an emergency, a state of emergency, an election emergency is unheard of. That's not in the statute.
So that was my next question. That was my next question. Is this appropriate for the governor to file for a state of emergency when he
had his secretary? Yeah, he had his Secretary of State do it.
But every other election, he's not telling folks, "Oh yeah, you can still go to the polls and vote for everything else except for one."
Well, here's the issue there, and let me address the state of emergency. Under the revised statutes, the state of emergency is COVID, a terrorist attack, power grid failure.
That's what I'm asking about the state of emergency.
Something like that.
Right.
So that's point number one, right? Everything else falls under that. And the fact that the Supreme Court came back on Monday and gave them the mandate, basically ruling against the rehearings, which Justice Jackson herself says, y'all have only done that twice in the last quarter century, not to mention, not but 5 months ago, you guys invoked what's called the Purcell principle, where the judiciary stays out in election times as to not give any kind of partiality in elections, et cetera, et cetera. They have let them repeatedly use what is later to be deemed an unconstitutional map in order to not involve themselves in elections. Something like this has never happened before.
Never.
This is unprecedented to be in this position right now, mind you. And then to get back to your original point, this is the point that when I finally did get an opportunity to testify long at the end, when I finally got up there, we've already had a discussion. There have been 100,000 absentee ballots that have already been sent out, right? Thousands have already been cast and sent back in.
Right. They said it's like somewhere between 42,000 and 100,000.
Exactly. So those ballots have already been cast. back in 2000 in Bush v. Gore, and then also in Logan versus Zimmerman, the court already addressed that issue. Once an absentee ballot has been cast, you can't selectively choose on that ballot which parts of those ballots are going to be counted. You can't say, I'm going to count the Senate and the public service and the amendments and then say that the House of Representatives seats aren't going to be cast, which by logic in law means anybody who loses this election now has standing to file this lawsuit, which means this entire election is thrown out, which means everybody has to go back and vote all over again. And if you think that that's too much, go back to President Trump's tweet the other day where he said, well, if they got to vote twice, then they just got to vote twice.
Yeah, which is crazy. It is.
Look,
I got to ask you, can you hold for one more minute here? I need to play a couple of commercials here real quick because
Sure.
I do want to get your information too about, because it's no information that we're trying to hide, but you are running for office as well, and we
Yes,
need to
I
make
am.
sure we talk about that as well. Hold on 1 minute, okay?
Okay.
All right, more coming up, y'all. Everybody hold tight.
Hoops, Heat, The Truth, on demand. Ball Don't Lie is now live on all podcast platforms. Tap in, search WBOK Media, find Ball Don't Lie, and bring the fire with you wherever you go. Download, share, and leave that 5-star review because the game doesn't stop when the show ends.
Our power bill's up again.
Oh, feels like everything costs more these days.
I saw Mark Wright and John Young are running for the Public Service Commission. Could they help?
The PSC controls our electric bills. Definitely not.
Why not?
Well, Mark Wright wrote the law raising Louisiana's sales tax to the highest in America. Then Wright took thousands from utility companies he'd regulate. Even tried letting politicians use campaign cash on fancy perks. And the other guy, John Young, backed a $22 million property tax plan.
So both have a record of making folks pay more, and now Wright and Young want to take control of our power bill.
Unfortunately.
Sounds like Mark Wright and John Young are wrong for the PSC.
Very wrong.
Paid for by Fair Rates First, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. FairRatesFirst.com.
This is The Law in Your Legacy. I'm attorney Pete Hamilton.
I'm attorney Ryan Hamilton.
If you had $1 million, would you leave it to an 18-year-old?
Hopefully not, but that's exactly what can happen with a simple will. The money goes straight to your kids when they hit the legal age, no guardrails.
A trust lets you control when and how they receive their inheritance. You can set ages, milestones, or even make sure they finish school first.
Give them security, not a spending spree.
This is not legal advice. That's just a tip brought to you by Liberty Bank and Trust. For more information, go to libertybank.net or contact us at 504-915-5016.
Uptown, downtown. Wherever you are, keep it locked in to WBOK.
Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. Welcome back. Gerard Stevens with you. Ladies and gentlemen, a great conversation. And she is also running for office, and we want to make sure that we put this out here because we're going to have to make sure that we also invite her opponents to be a part of the conversation too, because we are under equal time laws. But would y'all please welcome back to the conversation and was definitely in Baton Rouge for the people. That is Miss Rubia Garcia. Let me say it right there because it says elect Lindsay Rubia Garcia. I was like, Lindsay? I ain't never heard Lindsay. I always had Rubia.
That's everybody since I've been like 16 has called me Rubia because it's the blonde in Spanish, and I was dancing at the time, and I didn't want my students to find me on socials, and then I went viral under Rubia Garcia, and it's like, well, I guess that's it now.
Yes, indeed.
That's out the bag, but yeah.
Tell me about your campaign. What made you say, hey, I need to do this?
One of the main reasons was actually this right here. So whenever in law school, which I got into, I was like, you know what, I'm probably going to get in a bit more good trouble, especially after Hard Rock. I'm probably going to need a lawyer, so I might as well become one. So then I went to law school, but then I also focused on voting rights litigation. So I wrote amicus briefs for projects in voting rights litigation with Judge Janice Clark and Professor Ernest Johnson. So I studied the Robinson versus Ardoin case, which is what created the second majority minority seat. And when it came down to it, it was like, okay, well, are you going to run for office? Or are you going to take the bar? Well, considering that the president has been going after the American Bar Association, I was like, well, it might be safer for me to actually just go ahead and run for office because I don't think that we have that much time. But also to make myself in law school to make sure that I had legal standing and the connections in order to challenge it. I didn't expect it to happen this soon. I didn't expect them to take the actions that they take because, like I said, this is unprecedented type actions that they've been taking. When the opinion came down on Wednesday, that night I was reading, I was in Monroe canvassing and meeting folks out there in Northeast Louisiana. The opinion had come down. I sat down, I'm reading the 100-page opinion, and then I get a notification that Governor Landry is talking about suspending elections. So then immediately I switch over, don't go to sleep that night, and start considering all the legal pathways he might do it. And then trying to find legal counsel because I can represent myself pro se, but I know that I'm brand new at this. So what do we need to do? Finding the right people, finding the right legal arguments in order to challenge this, because I knew something was, eventually they were going to rule. I thought it would have came in the summer, but they did it entirely too early in 48 hours within early voting. But that's one of the reasons why I ran, was to protect the people in Louisiana, protect the voters in District 5, even protect the other candidates that I'm running against, because this primary is supposed to be on the 16th, but it's not just me. There are 4 others in the Democratic primary. There are 7 in the Republican primary, and many of them are self-funded. They have spent tens of thousands of dollars campaigning on these lines, and it's not just the constituents, but also the candidates who have also thrown themselves in this race that are all up in the air now.
And
one of the main
honestly,
reasons
too,
why I
what I kind of put myself out there to find out, and I was like, hey, all these folks that you're telling me that have already cast their votes, and all those folks, the military or whatever, that have cast their votes already, what happens to those votes? And it came back that they were going to throw them away.
That's what Senator Carter was asking today. That started that exchange. If you really listen to the hearings, the first recess was because Senator Carter began asking the chair of the committee, Kleinpeter, whether or not the Secretary of State was present. Because normally in these redistricting hearings, the Secretary of State is there, and it's a state of emergency, and we have this big thing, except nobody from the office is present to answer these questions specifically. And the chair's like, yeah, I don't have an answer. Are they going to be cast? Are they going to be tossed out? What is the status of all of those?
Right. And
There
Gary
were no
Carter
questions.
said this is the only time that I've ever seen us have these types of questions about an election, and there's no one here from that office.
Exactly.
I was like, wow, that's a setup from the get up. You know, nobody from the election office happens to be in the campaign committee quarters where they're asking about an election.
Precisely. But they cut me off in the middle of my testimony because I was talking about that from a candidate's perspective, because I had some questions for the Secretary of State too, even in my lawsuit. What happens to the thousands of dollars that myself and other candidates used in order to qualify?
Right.
What about the thousands of dollars of materials that I have in my garage right now that say District 5, number 15 on the ballot? What happens to all the money that was put into donations and ads and video production and photos and literally all this staff, et cetera, et cetera? What about all of these things? These are all unanswered questions, and by the looks of it, we still don't even know if these new elections, when these new elections are going to be, and more importantly, is it going to be a closed primary or a jungle? We don't know. And if you ask me, it was all a ploy by the governor and the like to sit here and create the confusion, to create all of that, that we're dealing with right now, to dissuade the vote. And you can't unring the bell of when people are going into the voting booth on early voting right now, and they see the signs that literally say your vote doesn't count.
Yeah.
How do you put that genie back in the bottle?
Well, I think somebody's going to have to answer that, or they're going to have to delay this, and I don't think they can delay it. We're talking about, what, a week and a half? You know, for there to be an election?
Yeah, on the 16th.
Yep. So out of today's issues, I'm kind of changing the tone for a minute. People were mad, correct?
Oh, absolutely.
I heard all the chanting going on in the hallways. They said they had at least 2 or 3 overflow rooms that were full to the hilt.
Oh, the whole, there were hundreds of people there. I can send you photos. For perspective, there were 4 bills there. You had one bill that was put up that was Price's map, which maintained a 4 and 2 districting.
Mm-hmm.
And those were, you could put in a green card is for it and a red card is against it. There were a stack of the pro cards, and they were all talking about Price's bill. And then there were 3 stacks of hundreds deep against the opposition for the other 3 bills proposed by Jay Morris.
Wow.
For perspective, they did not even get to any of the red cards.
Oh,
That's
wow.
how many people showed up to pack the Capitol just to speak just on pro for the 4-2 map proposed by Senator Price.
And I understand, too, that like you said earlier in the conversation, that Jay Morris also introduced a bill that would get rid of not only just one of the districts, but 2 of them, which would also affect Troy Carter's district.
Oh, absolutely. They in one of the 6-0 map, it grouped Orleans Parish along with St. Tammany, Plaquemines, and Jefferson. So basically, ultimately diluting the vote. And if you really think about it, look at what's going on. Once Jeff Landry issued that state of emergency, what did the rest of the South do? Look at Tennessee. Look at Alabama. Look at Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
This is how they intend, if you ask me, this is how they intend on stealing the midterms, which I obviously cannot prove, but you cannot tell me that the Supreme Court does not have some say-so in this, that the courts are not involved in this, because at the end of the day, you knew what you were doing. And for perspective, when the Supreme Court gave that mandate and overruled the rehearing process on Monday, they basically proved my point that the Western District did not have the authority at that time, because they did not have the injunction at that time. They did not have the authority to issue that injunction, which was the basis behind his election emergency. By issuing that mandate on Monday, they proved my point that the Western District didn't have jurisdiction. Therefore, the whole state of emergency that was predicated on that order was null and void, and that still hasn't been addressed. That's still the argument that is in my lawsuit before the before the courts right now. How do we address that issue? If the court didn't have jurisdiction, then the entire state of emergency that was predicated on that, ultimately you suspended elections off of jurisdiction in an order from an order that did not exist at that time.
Yeah.
They did not have it, and they did not have it at least until Monday.
Look, I know I got to let you go. I know you got 500 other things you could tell me here, but I appreciate you picking up the phone. Your number is what?
I'm sorry, number 15 on the ballot.
Number 15 on the ballot.
Cast your vote, no matter what.
There you go. Good luck. I will be talking to you more about this, and we're going to make sure that we get it in, okay?
They have not voted, and they will be voting, I believe, on Wednesday. So we will be having another Pack the Capitol, so they need to be following either my pages or the Louisiana Demos page on social, so that we can pack the Capitol again when they actually do go in to vote on these maps, because they didn't vote on them today.
We're going to call you back. We're going to make sure you get in.
All right.
Thank you, my dear. I appreciate you much.
No problem.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, y'all. News is next. We'll come back with more of your telephone calls.
From the campus of Xavier University, WBOK Go and Equity Media Station.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. Speaking at a cryptocurrency panel in Miami, Senator Rick Scott pushed the Clarity Act, which would ban a central bank digital currency.
They'll use it to hurt you. Eventually, if they want to, they just say, we took all your money.
Scott criticized rising housing and healthcare costs and renewed his no budget, no pay proposal, saying lawmakers shouldn't get paid if Congress fails to fund the government on time. Black Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass is being sued by the city's firefighter union leader. Freddie Escobar claims the mayor retaliated against him for criticizing fire resources during the Palisades fire. He accused the mayor of organizing a smear campaign. And Kanye West took the stand in a Los Angeles copyright trial. He's accused of using an unauthorized sample in an early version of Hurricane. The producers suing say he owes more than $560,000, a claim West disputes. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
You all right? You all right? You want me to give you the laugh again? I give you the laugh again.
I'm all discombobulated in here now.
Did you have a visual?
That was the last thing I expected.
All right, folks, welcome back. Welcome back. Look, it's raining in the Crescent City. If you were doing some driving around, please drive with care. Slow it down because that rain comes down in sheets, and then it gets nice and slows down. But, you know, I'm just going to say it. The folks in New Orleans cannot drive in the rain.
At all.
At all or at short. Get it? At tall?
Yeah, I get it.
Or at
Womp
short.
womp.
You know, womp, womp, womp. All right, so slow down. Slow down. All right, Galloway.
What's going on, Brother Gerod?
Oh, man, I'm trying to make sense of it.
Oh, you don't need to make no sense of it. It's just what it is, anarchy. You know I was down there up in the building today.
I was trying to figure out, didn't you tell me you were coming?
Yes, indeed, sir. And I went straight to one person office only.
Who's that?
The segregationist. I'm going to vote for this today. I'm going to vote for it tomorrow. I went straight to his office.
Oh, you went straight to his office? Yes, indeed.
Yeah, now see, his people, they was cool at first.
Wait, give me some.
And then they got their little security, whatever, man. I'm asking you a serious question, bro. If you won't vote to take away black votes and voices, how can you sit there and call every black football player name when you're the sports announcer at LSU?
Right.
They closed the door. But, I want to say this, and I told him, I got on my knees so he could hear me under the door. I said, every black parent that sends their child to LSU needs to come talk to you and ask the same question. Every black recruiter at LSU, every black coach at LSU needs to demand that you need to be fired or removed from office. Whichever one. I ain't talking about political office. I'm talking about at LSU. So to you black kids down there in New Orleans, if y'all want to go up to LSU and play, just remember the person calling y'all name, y'all playing for Jim Crow. So I'm not so much worried about these folks threatening to take me to jail and all that stuff. I haven't been to better jails before. That's all I can tell them about that. But if you want to be big and bold to sit there and talk on that microphone, but when somebody comes to your face and you won't say anything, what is that? That's a coward. That's what that is, man. So I had a good time at the Capitol. And to all the folks that were standing around me and told them folks don't touch me, thank y'all. I don't know any of y'all, but thank y'all. And it wasn't just black people. It was white people and all kind of other
Oh, they were
folks
telling them don't touch you?
Yeah. I mean, come on, man. You better get your hands off because what you scared for? You bold enough to get in and say it? I keep telling people I'm not some internet person. I will pull up on you. I know my rights well as he know his. Mm-hmm. But if you're going to sit there and say something like that, but the football team at LSU, the starting 22 is 99% black.
Right.
Now, how are you going to explain to these folks that you voted for a bill to remove judges and consolidate clerks to take away their vote, their parents' vote, their grandparents' vote? And I'm pretty sure you're going to, whatever Jim Crow map that they're going to draw, you're going to vote for that too. So LSU, this on you. Coach Frank, one of the best recruiters right out of New Orleans that work up at LSU, what you doing, bro? Come on, man. Honey Badger, what you doing, bro? Leonard Fournette, what you doing, bro? Javaris Landry, what you doing, bro? Shaquille O'Neal, what y'all doing, bro? Y'all always sitting there trying to preach to black folks. Now it's time for black folks, that black folks need y'all to stand up. Y'all ain't saying nothing. I'm sick of it. So if y'all want to be part-time celebrities and part-time black folks, be part-time and let us do the real work then. Mm-hmm. So heck with LSU. LSU, trust me, I will take any one of y'all in the classroom and run circles around y'all. But I want to talk to you, Gerard, about this proposed new election for the clerk. Yeah. Why did not Helena, that cosplaying fun boy, Captain America, Red Bottoms, and that DA go up to the state capitol and tell them folks, hands off New Orleans clerks? Why did y'all go say anything? It's disingenuous to put two black people to fight for one office, which both of them already won. That's not a compromise. That's not fair to either one of those candidates. And if I was both candidates, I would tell Helena, and I would tell JP, and I would tell that worthless DA, no, we're not going to do this. That's what you need to do. Take a stand against this stuff.
Well, they're the ones that introduced it. This didn't come from the state. This came from them. This was from the mayor,
That's what I'm saying.
the city council, and the district attorney. They're the ones that's asking for a special election.
That's what I'm saying. They the ones doing this crap. Why did they go up to the when we was having this when everybody's filling out the red cards and telling them folks don't consolidate? Why didn't any one of them go up there and tell them don't consolidate these courts? Not one of those three that you named said anything about this. Besides, I'm not talking about no little Instagram post that I'm opposed of it. Why didn't you go up there and let your voice be heard? I'm sick and tired of Helena and her stuff riding around on golf courses with them little MAGA people. I wonder how many folks, Helena, of those little white MAGA folks in Lakeview, goes to sign that recall petition. That's what I really want to see, since they so down with you and you their mayor. And are you going to sign it, Helena? Is JT going to sign it? Is the DA going to sign the recall? Mm-hmm. These questions need to be asked. I'm sick and tired of these folks, man. And I'm doing quite well today. I done been kicked out of better places before. I done had better old English 800 before. So I'm good on this Friday. And I'm going to sit here in this rain, and I'm going to bar me some crawfish. Now, Galloway up out here, Gerard, y'all have a good weekend.
You got that. Have a good weekend, Galloway. I'm glad Galloway went up there. He said yesterday. He said, I'm going up there.
He said he was going to do it.
He said he was going to go.
Galloway's a man of his word.
Mm-hmm. I was just hoping he wasn't going up there and taking no English with him. You know.
I was hoping he wouldn't go up there ready.
That too.
Yeah.
That first. That one.
Because, he's military.
He's military.
So
yeah.
ready means a whole different thing.
A whole different thing. Yep. Just make sure he ain't coming back and be like, oh, Lord. Did you know the guy that got stopped today and
coming up there with
ready?
Fatigues on and a green T-shirt?
Yep, talking about some PTSD? No, I don't know him. Mm-mm. So, what's interesting to me about all of this is not only are they trying to take away your ability to say who you want as a legislature, they want to make sure that you don't even get a chance to vote in your district. They want to gerrymander your district into something else. All right? A lot of folks are like, they want to gerrymander it. Yeah, they want to combine you. Let's say your voting block is in a district that has black voting power, right? That's your voting block. That's your folks in the lower ninth ward. We know in the lower ninth ward at one point in time, I can't even say it's like that right now, okay? But because we're starting to see it get a little cream in the coffee down in the lower ninth ward.
The east too?
Huh?
In the east too?
I saw that.
Yeah.
I was like, where y'all come from?
Got some in my neighborhood.
And what?
Yeah.
Really?
We got them. We got Latinos. We got Asians.
Well, them people of color.
It's a melting pot now.
Yeah, I seen that. But I was surprised. You know how I found out? I rode with the sheriff in Nefertiti.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Good way to find out.
That was in the parade. So we riding, me and Deputy Jones, we riding in the MART unit. You know, folks coming up to us. Hey, man, what's up? G, what's going on? Hey, everybody, what's going on? I looked at Deputy Jones. I said, Deputy Jones, that there is a whole line of folks standing over there. He said, no, G. He looked up and he said, man, they are hanging out.
Bro,
you know, I asked, I said, where y'all from? Here. I said, in New Orleans? No, in the East. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I see them walking their dogs down Lake Forest and stuff. I'm like, man, okay. But the minute I saw bike lanes coming, I knew what was up.
Not the bike lane.
Yeah, bro.
So let me finish this part. So that was just one time in Nefertiti. We go down a little bit further. Lake Forest. What the hell? Hey, where y'all from? Here. Oh, okay. It's here in the east? Yep. We live right across the street. Oh, okay. Turn on Reed.
Yep.
Got further down, closer to let me see what that was. That was closer to what's the street that goes all the way down Parallel?
Hammond?
Huh?
Hammond?
No. What's the street like going down there by Church of New Orleans and all that? Used to be the old skating ring.
Oh, Chef.
All over there. Hey, where y'all from? Here. I was like, all right. I was saying to myself, I was like, this is getting ready to turn.
Yeah, you see that part of in fact, that area right there of Chef Mentor. Man, that's all Latino back there.
Really?
Yeah. That restaurant that we went to that day?
Yeah.
Man, that whole area is all Latino.
Did we eat Latino food?
Yeah.
I guess that's why they got a Latino restaurant back there, huh?
Yeah. But now across the street, they built a store and a restaurant. In fact, the place that used to be the crab cake place. Pee-wee's.
Yeah.
Yeah. They took it over.
Really?
It's a Honduran restaurant now. And there's a store right next door to it that they built from the ground up.
Dang.
Yeah, Latino taking over. I don't have no problem with it.
I went back, and I didn't even know it was there. I know you're going to go, what? How you not know? I went back in that area. We had to go back and do some sheriff business back there one time when I was in the vehicle. And that was my first or second time. I think it was my second time, but I just didn't remember it. Village, Valles?
Yeah.
I didn't even know all them houses and stuff were back there.
Why?
I didn't.
Bruh.
I did not know.
Has been
I
back
was like,
there.
where did all them folks come from?
That's been back there since the 60s.
Really?
Yes.
Well, they redid it.
I mean, like, it was real popular in the 70s.
All right.
In the early 80s. Oh, man, Village de l'Est was popping.
Yeah, but that was my first time going back in that area. And I was like, dang, this is a big old neighborhood.
But you know what they call it, huh?
What?
They call it Little Saigon. For real. That is what it is known as, Little Saigon.
Now, I'll tell you somewhere else I went in the East. I went to
the Gap, the Grove.
What's the Catholic church? What's the Catholic church?
St. Maria Goretti?
No. In back in there where you call Little Saigon. It's a big Catholic church.
Well, I don't know.
They redid it, bro. It's like nothing but it's Asian. They sing. They don't even speak English.
Yeah.
When they do their hymns and all that, everything is in either Chinese, Vietnamese, or whatever it is.
If you drive back there and you look along the canals,
mm-hmm.
they have stuff growing in the canals. Like they do up in Vietnam. They have stuff growing in the canals that they pick and eat. And go back there and take a look. You will see that. In the canals, they grow stuff. Don't serious.
Okay. They grow stuff in the canals.
Yeah.
All right then. Mary Queen,
that's right. Very self-contained.
It is. Let's just send it to me. She says Mary Queen of Vietnam. That's the Catholic Church.
Oh, okay.
They
I've
redid
never been
it.
there.
They revitalized it. It's beautiful. And when I tell you that they have a whole bunch of just events, man, I went back there and hung out. I had a good time. Didn't understand a damn word they were saying, but I was just like, uh-huh.
I just missed the festival that they had. I wanted to go, but
my name was uh-huh. They were like coming up, uh-huh. Oh,
I can't send you the break.
so. I'm like, uh-huh.
Oh, I can't send you the break.
That was my name. Uh-huh. They could have been talking about my mama. your mama's a bleep, 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 bleep. I would have went,
Don't be surprised if they don't.
Mm-mm. But they were very nice. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. So I really enjoyed it.
Don't mess with the game.
And the food.
The food is the bomb back there.
So we went to the temple. You ever been to the temple?
No, I've seen it. It's a beautiful place.
It's on the side of the
I've never been
side
there.
of Chef Highway.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place.
So we went, and they do the they did the 50th anniversary of the fall of Saigon. So I was there when and all of the former military had their uniforms on. They could still wear their uniforms.
Yeah,
they had their uniforms on. They played the national anthem. They saluted. They also did the anthem of Saigon. They did that. And then after it was all over with, they had a feast. Boy, it was a feast out of this world.
I love Vietnamese food. There's a restaurant back there called Pho Bang.
Called what?
Pho Bang.
Oh, I get ready to say you can't say that on the
If you
radio.
look at it, you think it's saying Pho Bang, but it's Pho Bang.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Donnie and I are regulars over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that food is good.
So yeah, it was beautiful, and I mean, we hung out and ate the food. Yes, I didn't know what I was eating.
Yeah, I hurt myself on the Vietnamese egg rolls.
I did
will
not
hurt
know
myself
everything
on
I was
those
eating.
things.
My name was there too. Yeah, because they come up to you and start talking to you and be like, I had no idea what they were saying. And the ladies, they would come up to you and bring you food, serve you, make sure that you had something to drink, knew where to go, and they would talk to you, and I'd be like, That's my name. And one of the ladies, I just had to, and then Cindy Wynn came.
Yeah.
And so I was going up to Cindy Wynn. I said, Cindy, I know I do not have a clue what they're saying to me. And she said, I can help you out with that. And she walked up to him and she started talking, blah, 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 blah. And then she translated. They were making sure that you like the food and that you're comfortable. I said, yeah, we're nice. We're good. Tell them that I said, thank you so much. And she said it in their native language and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay. And then they came back up to me later on and started talking again. Blah, 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 blah. I was like, So my name all day was, And one of the ladies started picking me with me on it. She said, And they all started laughing. And I just said, walked off.
You probably said your mama.
Huh?
You probably said your mama.
That's probably right. Probably right. All right. We got to take another break. We'll take another break here. We will get into this conversation again. I'm trying to find this clip. Somebody put the clip of Jay Morris online. And I want you all to hear how this man talks to these black men, not young men, not boys. When he's telling them and calling them boy and cursing at them. There's a clip. It's on Facebook. I'm going to find it. And I want you all to hear how this racist ass white man is talking on today. More coming up, y'all.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. As BET's co-founder, Sheila Johnson has a ton of experience in media, but a lot's changed since she first got the black-focused entertainment cable network off the ground. Johnson spoke to Bloomberg about the state of media and what black audiences might be seeking out now.
I just think that the landscape and the racial landscape of what African Americans are watching is changing. And I just think that we have got such a broad perspective of people out there that want something different, especially this younger generation. So we need to reevaluate what are the goals of black media and what are the answers? What is it out there that we need to answer?
According to Nielsen, just over 50% of black viewers feel there isn't enough content on TV from people of their identity group. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
Lowe's has the brands pros trust to get the job done.
You can now shop new Catalyst fencing solutions and save big when you do. 10% off when you buy in bulk. Plus, save $180 on a DeWalt 12-inch dual bevel sliding compound miter saw. Now just $449. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 5/6 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Liberty Mutual customize this song for you. Like your car insurance, it's custom too, yeah. Liberty Mutual's got the coverage that could save you money. Thanks to Doug and Limu, well now you can go and take that cruise. Liberty, 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 yeah.
It's off the top with Norman Robinson on WBOK 1230 AM.
Let's be clear about what just happened. The hardline conservative Republican governor and his supermajority Republican buddies in the state legislature have declared open political warfare on the city of New Orleans' voters, particularly Democrats, and specifically the African-American electorate. They recently demonstrated their contempt for the city by the cruel hoax played on black Democrat Calvin Duncan, the duly elected clerk of Orleans Parish Criminal District Court. The Landry Coalition passed a law to eliminate the criminal court clerk's office, folding it into the civil clerk's office, arguing that unlike the rest of the state, New Orleans has one too many clerks of court. In his unsuccessful bid to keep his job, Duncan filed suit, leading to federal intervention, which allowed him to take off. Many of us then breathed a big sigh of relief, only to be stunned again when Governor Landry got a ruling from the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals which locks Duncan out of office for the time being. Critics have labeled this as a vicious partisan attack to disenfranchise black voters in Orleans Parish, a blatant power grab by Baton Rouge conservatives to reverse a local election. And in an apparent move to expand their reach even further, GOP conservatives appear to have their fangs sharpened to gut the black vote statewide. The supermajority Republican state legislature is now poised to eliminate one or both of the two majority black legislative seats, after the conservative majority U.S. Supreme Court ruled that creating districts along racial lines is unconstitutional. Veterans of the civil rights movement say the ruling undermines the 1965 Voting Rights Act, which was established to give blacks and other minorities fair representation. Bottom line, it's time for blacks and others to take off the blinders, develop some strategies to counteract the conservative move to seemingly force us back to Jim Crow 1950. This is Norman Robinson, Off the Top.
Our power bill's up again.
Oh, feels like everything costs more these days.
I saw Mark Wright and John Young are running for the Public Service Commission. Could they help?
The PSC controls our electric bills. Definitely not.
Why not?
Well, Mark Wright wrote the law raising Louisiana's sales tax to the highest in America. Then Wright took thousands from utility companies he'd regulate. Even tried letting politicians use campaign cash on fancy perks. And the other guy, John Young, backed a $22 million property tax plan.
So both have a record of making folks pay more, and now Wright and Young want to take control of our power bill.
Unfortunately.
Sounds like Mark Wright and John Young are wrong for the PSC.
Very wrong.
Paid for by Fair Rates First, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. FairRatesFirst.com.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
I'm not trying to make suggestions about your work. We'll talk about your work.
You're not going to go ahead and take a recess.
No, I don't want a recess. I already took a recess.
I'm the chairman of this.
You are no different than the senator than I am.
I'm the chairman of this committee.
And you are no different than this. Put my microphone back on. My microphone. He's suggesting he's not racist. I said we take a look at his work.
You're out of line.
You're out of line. I know.
understand. We understand. We will have a decorum.
He told us to shut up, Chairman.
Okay, we understand. We will have order.
All right, so what you're hearing is what happened in committee today. And you heard Rubia when she said, hey, Mr. Chairman, he told us to shut up. You can't play the other one. He dropped the F-bomb.
We play all other kinds of stuff.
Hey, hold your mouth. In the famous words of Senator Morris, shut up.
Boy.
Boy. It really ain't funny that this man has the authority to walk around and disrespect these grown folks. Somebody gonna pop him in the mouth. I'm also gonna call Dr. Clark.
Yeah, I saw Dr. Clark sitting.
Yeah, see, can we get him? But let me go back to the phone lines.
Yeah.
Ken?
Hi, good afternoon, Gerard.
How
I
you
was
doing?
actually calling about something a little bit different. I mean, look, we know that there's a rant that it's on. We're in a whole different era. We might be dealing with our great-grandparents' life terms right now. We get it. We know what this is. And like you said, it's going to be hot this summer. Folks going to start acting up. And there's going to be some reactions. And I don't think folks is prepared for the reactions that's going to come their way. But let it be as it may be. I was calling about a different thing, which is I was calling about the clerk's office with what happened to Calvin Duncan, and that now the city wants to hold a special election,
right,
which I think would be unwise and unhelpful because you negate the voters' will again because Chelsea Napoleon, while the seats were combined, her term's not up. So I don't quite understand the thought process behind doing that. Plus, you then try to give legitimacy to something that's illegitimate in people's eyes, and the court proceedings are still all going on. So I'm not quite understanding. You're welcome, guys. I'm not quite understanding what any of that's about. You know, I mean, can you help me to understand it? Why would you do this?
I have no idea, but it sounds like a political move. I would say this, but I'm going to sound biased. I don't know how to say it any other way. I'm going to sound biased, and more than likely, I'm going to sound like I'm for Chelsea Napoleon. But she ran her election already. Whether she challenged her or not, she ran her election already. And I saw what somebody wrote online that, well, she didn't spend no money, da-da-da. No. You got yourself twisted because you don't understand how to run an election. First thing, it costs you money to become a candidate. You got to pay. To go down to the courthouse, you got to pay your fees and then raise your hand. Take that oath of office. A lot of folks don't understand, too, the cost of signs. The cost of anything to go along with election. She ran her election. Whether somebody ran against her, that's not on her. That's not on her. If she ran unopposed, good for her. But it did cost her some money. Now, the other part of this, I would say, is whether we want to believe it or not, there's going to be that sympathy vote for Calvin. And I compared it to the same thing that happened with Michelle Woodford. She was done wrong in some eyes by the mayor. And a lot of folks didn't like it, and she had that sympathy vote. She had it. I don't care what nobody says. She had it. So she immediately got $1 million worth of advertising that she never even had to pay for. Because everybody was like saying that, dang, I can't believe that she didn't get it. She didn't get it. I can't believe that she didn't get it. But Calvin was done wrong, not only by the governor, but by a whole legislature. And he won by 67%. So I say all that to say this. Is it going to be a fair election if Calvin Duncan runs against Chelsea Napoleon? Will that be fair? Because he's got all of these folks all riled up because he won this election and they did him wrong. And who's gonna be on the receiving end, and who's gonna be on the other end of out?
Well, I think you got it right, and I thought the same thing as you thought, which made me call, which is that, yes, Calvin, because Calvin's got the train behind him. It's almost like his campaign never ended.
Yep.
Now, Chelsea is very formidable, and, she's got a good reputation. I don't know Calvin very well. I do like him. I know Chelsea well. Chelsea's been doing what she's been doing in that office for a long time. She's very capable and both competent.
Mm-hmm.
So, but as you said, this could wash her out of she could lose.
Yes.
Yeah, she could lose. Whereas in most other situations, she'd be very unlikely to lose.
Right.
But in this particular scenario, yes.
In this
she well
scenario,
could lose.
there's a strong possibility, not because she's lacking anything, because she's not. It could just be because of familiarity and the situation in itself. And you could call it the, I guess I'm sorry, let's make sure you get in right vote.
Could be. It's hard to say, but thank you for the time, Gerard, and, I'll call back on the station another time.
All right, Ken, thank you, brother.
Okay.
So, does that make sense? It's almost like the sympathy vote. And I don't want to call it that because it sounds like, oh, gee, you giving them something that, we haven't even considered. But it is. You voted 67% for Calvin Duncan to take that position. And he got screwed. And it was screwed by the legislature and the governor. So the possibility of him getting into a seat like that is now a little bit higher, and I think higher than Miss Napoleon, just because of the sympathy. You see what I'm saying? She ran her race. They didn't remove her. There was no legislation that removed her. Not only that, she was already sworn in. This is a new election for her. Now, what's going to be interesting is to see how all of this pairs out. Will she be able to hire a whole new team? Will they give her more money to operate with? Will they give her a new section of the courthouse or wherever she is to operate? Because you're talking about a whole nother job. And from what I'm understanding, now this is what I'm understanding, is that they're not trying to give her any more money for salaries, which is terrible. You're going to make me do twice the work and you don't want to pay me? You're going to do twice the work and they're not going to pay you no more money. Why don't you just tell me to bend over? Just tell me, bend on over. Take it. Take it like a real man. Humba-da, 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 humba-da. What? No, you can't break.
I know. You saw me looking at the time.
I saw you looking
right?
at the clock. You can't break yet.
I was looking at the time.
No. But, I mean, that's what you're doing. You're just telling me, bend on over and take it. Take it like a man.
Oh, Vaseline.
What my name is. What my name is.
Say my name, say my name.
Say my name, say my name. Only if you can take it, we gonna bake it. But I do think that this would not be a fair election. Do you? Come on, 504-582-9422. Tell me you do or you don't. Do you think it's a fair election or you think it's not? Would it be? Yay or nay? I want to hear your thoughts. I gave you mine, but I want to hear yours. 504-582-9422. Yellow boy.
Yellow ball.
What's happening?
I said, you more yellow than me?
Oh, that's what he told me to call you.
Well, look, okay. So yay or nay to what? An election?
Yep.
Look, first of all, tell them to join the club. We all doing a lot of work with no money.
Okay. So your question is what? I mean, your answer to the question is what?
What you talk about, man? We all doing a bunch of work. You working more than you working your fanny off for a little bit of money.
Yeah, but the question is, do you think that this would be a fair election?
Oh no, indeed, no.
You do not.
Well, I mean, nothing's fair, like you said.
Okay. All right. Thanks. All right, Gary. Gary.
Hey, Gerard, what's going on? Gary Ballier. Hey, but I had a thought about
and it's you that need a history lesson. I saw what you wrote.
Yeah. You don't know the East like I do. But anywho, if Mr. Duncan was to be given a position within with Chelsea, can they stop that?
Yeah. Okay. So let me put it in perspective for you. I think that that's an alternative, but the point is that your mayor, along with your district attorney and city council, are asking for a special election to make sure that we elect our clerk of court. So this one clerk of court has to be elected. And I guess when I talked to Lady T when she called me, she said, "Hey, you need to understand something. That person that handles that office is right. She was elected, but that she was not elected to handle both offices. So we need to do a special election for it to be official that she's running both offices, or whoever's going to run both offices. So my question is, if she runs for that office and so does Calvin, is that going to be a fair election? Because everybody know that Calvin was done wrong, and will he win under a sympathy vote?
Somebody's going to lose, and it's the citizens that's going to lose out. You got two talented people that are both probably capable. All right. If we can remember when we were picking the police chief, Michelle Woodfork did not get selected.
Right. And then she came right back and ran for sheriff and won overwhelmingly.
Exactly. But hold on. But what the DA did, knowing she had talent, was to bring her into the DA's office.
Bruh, come on.
What would be wrong with
hold on. No. Let me back that up. He brought her in the DA's office to give her a job until she could get qualified for sheriff. That was a hold on, we're gonna make sure you get a check up until the time that it's time to run for sheriff, which was several months beforehand.
Still, it would be a similar situation to bring Calvin and put him to work.
Yeah, give him the job, but that's not the scenario. You know, you're making up the scenario, but that's not the scenario. Your mayor, your district attorney, and your city council have asked for a special election. That's the scenario.
Right, none of mine, but hey, here we go. But there's got to be a way to keep us, the people, from being disenfranchised. And my way, you call it an alternative. We could see two talented black people doing great work in the clerk's office.
I understand that, and I'm with you on that. But what I'm trying to tell you, Gary, you ain't listening to me. That's not a scenario that's being heard. It's being heard by us because we talking about it and you brought it up. But that's not what they're bringing up to the governor and to the state legislature. They're bringing up that there needs to be a special election. That's it.
I see it. I see it like used to see in the hood when I was a kid. I see two good dogs coming into a pit fight, and one of them's going to lose.
Yep. I'm with you on that part. Somebody's going to lose, and unfortunately, we got two good people.
I think it's a setup, but I'm out of here.
I got you. All right, Gary. Thank you, brother. All right, Tina. Tina?
I'm here.
Yes, ma'am. What you got for me?
All right. It's not going to be a fair election. And if for 1 second anybody thinks that Uncle Cracker's going to let one of the two of them win, they got another thought coming. That Mandarin in Baton Rouge, he's been wanting New Orleans as his own Epstein Island. Think about it. They've been taking it away piece by piece. Piece by piece. It's not going to be fair. He's going to have somebody in it, and that's who's going to win it. So everybody's going to lose.
Interesting, huh? All righty. Thank you, ma'am. Happy Mother's Day, and have a good weekend.
Bye.
All righty. Shed.
Hey, man, how you doing?
Good, man. What you say?
With those three people asking for this election, I would hope that we all study with the merging of these two offices, how much power now is Miss Napoleon going to have? And let's just think about that. You know, is this being done because perhaps she did not support this current mayor? Have a good weekend.
Interesting, huh? Yes, indeed. All right, Donald.
Yeah, bro. I'm looking at a different angle. That sounds like these people were involved in getting rid of the criminal court office. You know, they're coming out.
Okay.
They got a lot of problems in the city right now with their finances. You got a chief of police that not managing her office.
$20 million $20 million in overtime.
Yeah, I mean bad. Ain't nobody going after. Nobody mentioning it. Everybody keeping quiet. Now, if it had been somebody else, you know, we be hearing about it on the media and everything else. You know.
Yep.
You talking about it caused them to be the whole city to go under because of their overtime. You know.
Yeah.
And these people got a lot of time to try to, you know, get rid of somebody out of office.
Okay.
I just can't understand it. But these are people should not be in office, both of them. The current mayor and that other, I don't know what to call him.
Yeah.
All right. Be.
Cool, Donald.
Want to be.
I got to take my break.
All right, bud.
I appreciate you, boss. All right, more coming up, y'all. Everybody hold tight.
AURN News.
I'm Ebony McMorris. Quentin Wills has become the first black mayor in Pearland, Texas history, following a landmark victory in a city long considered a reliable Republican stronghold. Wills, a prominent Democrat, narrowly defeated Tony Carbone, a Republican backed by key GOP state leaders. Now, this win marks a massive ideological shift for Pearland. For nearly 50 years, the mayor's office has been held by Republican-aligned leadership, including a 42-year tenure by Tom Reed. Wills' victory with 51% of the vote signals a new era for one of Texas's fastest-growing suburbs, proving that even established GOP strongholds are seeing a change in the political tide. For these stories and more, go to AURN.com or follow me across social media at Ebony McMorris.
New Orleans never sleeps, and neither does WBOK. Now, every voice, every moment, and every show is in your pocket. Search WBOK Media wherever you get podcasts. Download, share, rate us 5 stars. Because when you support us, you amplify Black voices and the New Orleans culture.
Looking for a great deal on your next phone? Come see us at your locally owned AT&T store for the latest Samsung and iPhones. Visit us at 3616 South Carrollton Avenue. We have great offers on watches, tablets, accessories, and internet service. Whatever your connectivity needs are, our team is here to help you keep connected. Visit us today at AT&T, 3616 South Carrollton Avenue. Locally owned and proudly giving back to the community.
Greetings and salutations. I am Elwood B. Coulon Smith, chairman of the board of the New Orleans Regional Black Chamber of Commerce. We'd like to invite you to tune in every Wednesday at 12 noon on WBOK to listen in on Black to Business and be a part of the movement that's going on. Thank you.
A careless driver can change your life in an instant. Do you know what to do or who to call? If you've been injured in a motor vehicle accident and do not have an attorney, call Auto Accident Help Desk for a free consultation. We can answer all of your questions and estimate the potential value of your case. Call Auto Accident Help Desk and connect with an expert personal injury attorney.
Call 800-269-4524. 800-269-4524.
Don't worry how to handle your medical bills, lost wages, and pain. We will get you the money you deserve.
They got me way more than the insurance company offered.
The consultation is free, and you do not pay any legal fees unless we win or settle your case. Make the smart call. If you've been injured in an auto accident, call Auto Accident Help Desk for a free legal consultation.
Call 800-269-4524. 800-269-4524. 800-269-4524.
Hey, Pontchartrain Park. Thanks for listening to WBOK.
Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. I didn't think I did this today, but did everybody go vote? Did you early voted, right? You early voted. Because it's not too late. You can vote today and tomorrow. Don't let the rain stop you from going to vote. And I do think that we are in a position right now because we have not gone out to vote. And whether you don't like voting or you be like, oh, they ain't gonna do nothing but do the same thing. Isn't that old now? Isn't that getting old? Because I do feel that a lot of us feel that way because we don't vote. And when we do vote and you look for change, we got to be able to hold them folks and hold them accountable when you put them in office. To think they automatically going to do the right thing is, I think, probably a little bit more, what's a good word to use? I don't want to use that word. Don't trust nobody more than you can throw them. And I don't care if they did say that they're going to do something for you. If they haven't done it by now, that's a problem. And they might be under the same party that you are. I was trying to get Troy Carter, but I didn't get him in time because I did want to hear what he had to say, knowing now that his district, which is our community, especially over on the West Bank, has also been, and I don't know if everybody knows this, Jay Morris, again, the senator, has actually redid some maps that took his congressional district out of him. Not only was it his out, but it was also Cleo Fields' out. Earlier today, I called Cleo Fields' office to get him to be a part of our conversation. He was not in. He's doing these meetings with folks from all over the country. All over the state. And they're well attended. So does that mean people are paying attention? The meetings are well attended because what he's basically doing is letting you know that if these legislators vote to remove that second congressional district, which, the Supreme Court said it was okay to do, and redraw these maps, then they have taxation without representation. No representation. Just like that is happening with Cleo Field's district, I don't know if we're paying attention that it's happening with ours too. Hey, Ron.
What's going on, G, my brother?
You the man.
I'm trying to be. I just want to say, man, I really feel good about. Oh, I'm tripping. First, shouts out to the Fatherhood Roundtable as well as the Hippie New Gun Club. And I got to make sure I emphasize that every time I call because we out here doing the work. We ain't just talking about it, but we being about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I just wanted to say that I really, feel good about what I saw. And today is the prime example on what I be talking about. Could you imagine if all the leaders that we elect, especially our black ones, if they was doing the best interest, for the people, every time when something comes up against them, that's how we'll show up in droves for them.
Right.
If they was doing, everything to the T. But too many times, like say, we already know what the opposition is going to do because, the game don't change, only the characters. But what we seen today and what we continue to see is that we is all we got, man. And these people constantly show us over and over and over again how they feel about us. And then when they put their feet in they feet in their mouth, then they won't play victim and then they won't act like we attacking them.
Mm-hmm.
So all I want to say is that, it's time that we start breeding and raising our own leaders and stop just going to the church and just praying and asking God to send us the leader when he already equipped us to do what we know needs to be done, So, man, I feel good. I just want to remind the people once again, with all this stupidity going on with all this, it shows us that we are right in time with this recall. So we have one official location so far. We're going to have plenty more. But Monday, from 8 to 5 by the Guanja and Hollywood Community Center, 1529 Newton Street. Come over there and put your name on the list. And listen, don't come over here with the foolishness, y'all. If y'all know y'all not registered voters, don't come over here and try to sign this petition, man.
Right.
Register to vote and then, give it some time and then come back later on and then put your name on the petition. Because, a lot of times, too, people are sent to infiltrate to make sure that our goal stays at the organizing phase and don't move to the action stage. So the people that's registered voters, like myself, I did go early vote Saturday. I heard when you asked that, I did go. You know what I'm saying? But come over there, man, to everybody that's registered in Orleans Parish. Jefferson Parish, we're going to have something set up over there. We just got word that by Chicken's Kitchen, he gonna let us use his spot to do the recall. So, man, listen. Let's get together and do what we need to do.
All right,
Straight
so
up.
Monday we need to come over by Guanjas then, right?
Monday, 8 to 5. And also, starting at 11 o'clock, we're going to have our Red Bean Monday as well. But Monday, 8 to 5 for the recall sign-up petition. You heard me?
What's the address?
1529 Newton Street.
1529 Newton Street. Come on through. 8 to 5?
8 to 5. And let me say this, too. Newton Street is the only place in the United States of America where on both sides of Newton Street, the property is owned by original Black Panthers. Now, make that make sense.
There you go.
You heard me?
Yeah.
All right, my brother.
All right, my brother. Hey, Ron.
Peace.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, you right.
All right, folks. You heard it. 8 to 5 on Monday. Make sure you're going across that river on the West Bank on Newton Street. All right, that's going to wrap things up for us. We appreciate everybody for being a part of the conversation. Thank y'all so much for joining us. We'll be back on Monday. Be careful this weekend, and let me leave out by saying Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers. Mothers and mothers. All you moms. Happy Mother's Day to you. And many more to come, y'all. I'll see you on Monday, y'all.